There is a distinction between having a child and raising a child. R&B star Monifa had a daughter at the age of 19, and as her career took off, so did she.
I focused on me and the career, trying to figure that out, and I wasn't present.
I never felt like my mom was there for me growing up. She just wasn't there.
Caught up in the lights, glamour, and drugs of stardom, as a young mother, Monifa did not make her daughter a priority.
I do carry a lot of guilt for how I raised Kimmy, and I just hope that we could start this path to recovery and deeper connection.
Now, Monifa is clean, present, and expects to be treated like a mother, even though she didn't invest in their relationship when it mattered most.
It feels arm's length. I want to be close as a hug with her.
I'm just like up to here, and I'm done.
When Monifa found the spotlight, she left her daughter in the shadows. Now, it's time to see if their relationship can emerge from the darkness. I am Iyanla and I am here to help you do your work. Madam Monifa.
Hello, Miss Iyanla. I'm wonderful. I know. It's really good to see you.
You too. Miss Monifa is like hundreds of thousands of mothers who are in breakdown with their daughters. My hope is that both Monifa and her daughter can work openly and honestly with me, and more important, with each other, in order to heal and reconnect.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm always reluctant to do this work with public people. I never know what comes first, the commitment to the healing or preservation of the image. So I just want to know that you'll be totally present, totally available to everything here.
Well, I can tell you for certain that I am.
So why is Monifa the woman here today?
To stand in my truth. Be here for Kimmy to tell her truth and to hear it.
Are you her mother, or are you the woman that gave birth to her?
I believe I'm her mother, in some sense of the word. I just long for us to have a deeper connection.
Why?
I feel like I missed out.
Mm-hmm. You did your work?
Yeah.
Let me see. Mm-hmm. Because for me, this is the statement of the commitment. You got pregnant. Tell me about that.
I was 19, and I had been through some things.
Such as?
A lot of trauma, some death. My dad died when I was 9.
How'd your dad die?
Heroin overdose.
So your father was an addict?
Yes, he was.
Was he involved in your life?
Yes. When my father died, I was 9, and I had done my first national commercial that same day. So very early, I learned life has highs and lows, and they usually come very close together, if not, at the same time.
So take me to now we're 17.
Well, at 17, I thought I was an adult. I had just told my mother we weren't getting along, so I was going to move in with Kimmy's dad. I hadn't, of course, hadn't had Kimmy yet, but I had moved out.
You moved out of your mother's house?
Yes, I did.
How old was he?
19. And I had a violent sexual trauma. I was raped at 17.
So how do you get raped living with Kimmy's father?
So I'm hanging out with a friend, and she has a who has a, and I go with her to his house. I went with him, and he pulled a gun on me, and he raped me.
And then what?
I just kept it in.
Did you tell your mom? So you were raped at 17 and didn't tell your mom?
No. I buried that so far.
You say I buried, I say you buried.
I buried.
Yeah. So, fast forward 2 years, now you're pregnant with a Kimmy. You weren't clear about having her. I saw that here. I was in the abortion clinic. I was 19, and I had plans and dreams, and a child was not a part of the vision. So why did you keep her?
because I wasn't clear, and I asked God to give me a sign of what I should do. I went to put the urine sample onto the sink so I could, clean up, and it dropped.
The urine sample to tell whether or not you were pregnant?
Yeah.
And it fell off the side. So that was the sign.
To me, yeah.
Spilt pee is the sign that I should keep the baby. Well, you were looking for an out, so the pee on the floor wasn't out. So you have her. You take her home, and what do you say?
I remember telling my mother, sitting on the washing machine and talking to her, and I said, something's wrong. Like, I don't feel the connection. I feel like she's my sister. I don't feel like the maternal thing.
Well, beloved, you didn't want her. You had her. But have you ever allowed yourself to acknowledge or accept, I didn't want her? You didn't want her. And it ain't personal.
Right.
It's not I didn't want a Kimmy.
Right.
It's that I don't want to have a child right now.
Right. I did it.
Yeah.
The depth of pain in this woman's heart is astounding. She birthed a daughter she was not ready for, and now both are living in a state of unwant. Miss Monifa's healing lies in being able to not only accept this truth, but share it with her daughter, no matter how painful, so that they can both learn how to move through it and redefine their relationship.
Well, what did her growing up look like? Were you there?
I was there sometimes. I started alcohol very early. So 17, I started being an active drinker. Going to the bars and then cocaine.
Wow, okay. Ooh, lots going on.
Yeah. I just had this aha moment the other day. I was like, I was physically there and I still abandoned her.
And she felt it. And then she grows up and then you're gone. In and out, up and down, in and out. Almost demonstrating, I don't want you. You're here and I'll do what I have to, but I don't want you.
When I stopped, drinking and using substance, and in substance abuse, that's only the symptom. So when I stopped that, I started to understand who I was and who I wasn't. I had to take a really hard look in the mirror and really be honest with myself. That's where I am right now.
How does that show up in your relationship with your daughter?
We just live. I let her live her life, and she, just accepts or maybe tolerates.
Not a good foundation for a healthy relationship. Toleration.
Yeah.
Like you tolerated her. I want to encourage you to let the mother-daughter thing die with the hope that you can find each other as women. Because that's hard to say. I had a child I didn't want. Had a child I didn't want. But you gotta give yourself permission to tell some harsh truths and to hear some harsh truths.
Oh, yeah.
What I need to assess is whether or not a Kimmy has the capacity to hear it. I don't know. So I'm gonna talk to her now.
Okay.
Miss Monifa seems very open to this process. I can only hope that her daughter Akemi feels the same way. But growing up with a mother who did not want to raise a child can be very damaging to a person's heart and soul.
Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. It's so cold. Yeah. Nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I don't really know what to expect.
So, my beloved, why are you here?
My mom and I's relationship just needs help. I just want to go deeper with her, and I know that there's still a wall there. And I try
Whose wall?
Mine. I just try to be comfortable around her.
Are you comfortable around her?
Not naturally. I kind of just still feel like this scared, like a little girl. There's just an emotional wall with my mom. Like there's a lack of trust, I think. Uncertainty of myself, like when I'm around her. Very fearful of her criticism. And I never really got the warmth and the nurture aspect from our relationship. Like I have like only a few memories of her when I was younger. I remember when, you know, mommy was coming, it was like a special thing, you know? So I don't really remember her being there.
And she wasn't because?
I guess because she was working, you know, so my grandma was raising me.
When did you become conscious and aware my mom ain't here?
When I moved in with her, actually, like when I was about 10.
Isn't that interesting? When I moved in with her.
That's when I realized.
Not when I went home.
No, that definitely didn't feel like home.
Okay. Did you do your homework?
I did.
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Anything interesting for you here?
I don't know.
Because, you know, one of the reasons I give homework is to really assess their level of commitment.
Okay.
So, you got 1 page?
1.5.
You were a page and a half committed, and your mother was 10 pages committed.
Whoa. Okay.
Coming up.
What did your mother teach you about being a woman?
I don't know.
Do you know you have permission to be in total pissosity with your mother? Know what this is right here? These are daughter dollars. And daughter dollars you get based on the investment that your mother made in you. You don't get any. When did you become conscious my mom ain't here?
When I moved in with her, actually, like when I was about 10.
So you went to live with her, and how was that?
It was just weird, cause yeah, I realized I didn't know her, and it didn't really seem like she was trying to invest in our relationship as my mother.
Really?
Like
Well, what did it seem like?
I just kind of always felt like a pest, honestly, or like I was stupid or.
You were what?
Stupid.
Stupid?
You know, stupid.
You felt like you were stupid?
Yeah, like, I mean, if I did something that didn't make sense to her, like, oh, like, are you retarded? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know?
I find it very interesting that when you say the things that you heard, your voice goes down. Did I hear you say your mother asked you, were you retarded?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And
yeah. And so after, like, you know, you just start to think, like, okay, something's wrong with me. It made her a little bit scary to me.
did you feel wanted?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
But what I'm noticing is that when you get to speak the truth of your experience, what's that?
I kind of feel like I'm protecting my mom, because I know she feels, you know, bad.
Akemi was a child without a voice, and she's grown up to be a woman without a voice. She is neck down dead, a woman unable to honestly and truthfully speak her pain. And that's a problem.
There's not a lot in here. And I don't know what this is in here, but the trauma is still very present.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say, yeah. What does that mean?
I'm trying to think. I was just trying to think about it.
Baby, you don't feel. You don't feel. You think. That's why you have all these little rehearsed answers. And won't give yourself permission to feel. Who taught you about sex?
Pornography.
Huh?
Pornography.
Pornography. Nobody ever had a conversation with you about your breast, about your cycle.
I don't really remember her really talking much about that. I ended up getting pregnant.
You got pregnant?
I think I had just turned 16. And
did you tell him?
The boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were gonna try to abort, you know, the baby, like without telling.
Okay.
Without telling anybody.
Did you want to have an abortion?
Yeah. At the time, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely did, because I was scared and because of shame.
And what happened?
I called my mom. My mom was like, don't tell anybody. She said, we'll take care of it. I got an abortion.
In Florida?
And
what was the conversation? Who had a conversation with you after that? Did anybody say anything?
No, actually, no.
Did anybody talk to you about being 16 and pregnant and what it felt like? And what were you feeling? Did anybody have that conversation with you?
No, not that I remember, no.
And I can't even imagine what that must have been like for you. So, what if I were to tell you, baby, you weren't raised, you just grew up?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. Yeah.
You're very rehearsed. You tell just enough to answer the question, but not enough to reveal your truth. And then when you do speak your truth, well, So I'm gonna ask you this question. I want you to tell me specifically how your mother stole your voice. My mother stole my voice. Repeat and complete. My mother stole my voice.
My mother stole my voice.
When she?
My mother stole my voice.
How about when she frightened me?
Yes, yes. Yes, when she frightened me, yeah. My mother stole my voice when she frightened me.
Yeah. Did she teach you that your voice didn't matter?
Yeah, that's how it felt.
Did she teach you that you didn't matter?
That's how it felt, yeah.
What did your mother teach you about being a woman?
I don't know.
You do know. Nothing. Do you know you have permission to be in total pissosity with your mother? Do you know that? Why not?
I felt like I was never allowed to be like that.
Well, I'm giving you permission.
Yeah, I mean, because there is a lot of anger.
Yeah.
Now that I have kids, I'm like, yeah, you know, obviously, like, she wasn't all there, or she wasn't thinking.
And you've given birth to how many children?
3.
Cocktail for dysfunction. I don't mean to scare you, but you don't want to pass this on to them.
Oh, I really?
How old are your children?
3, 18 months and 3 months.
Do you yell at your children?
Yeah.
You gonna do what was done to you, baby?
Exactly.
I've had fits of rage and, you know, and just being short and impatient with my kids, unfortunately. There have been times where I'm like screaming, throwing things. I don't want them to see that side of me.
You can only hope to be the kind of mother she taught you to be.
That's scary.
So tell me, why are you here?
To use my voice, I guess.
How about to reclaim your voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honor yourself. Stand up within yourself, for yourself. Sound like something you're willing to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming up.
Read that one.
How could you?
Say it.
How could you?
How could you what? Say it.
Leave me, you selfish bitch.
Say it again.
You selfish bitch. How could you?
Without the truth, there can be no healing. So I've invited both Miss Monifa and Miss Akemi to sit with me in order to encourage them to start an open and honest dialogue about their relationship.
Any awareness or recognitions and understandings since our last time together? Oh, so you had awareness. Okay, what awareness
I don't know how much it has to do with my mom, but I didn't like when you threw the journal into my lap.
That's why you have all these little rehearsed answers. And won't give yourself permission to feel.
I guess I'm a little sensitive, but I just kind of felt disrespected, honestly.
Oh, really? Well, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And of all the things you could be upset about, throwing a journal in your lap would be one. But you know what that's called? Distraction. So instead of making it about her, you made it about me.
I felt small, like I felt stupid, honestly.
Why do you go to
I
stupid?
think that's something, we kind of talk about that too, something in my family. Something in my family, like something like that even my grandmother kind of, even doing schoolwork or something, like the frustration that she would have, the rage if you didn't get it, you know? And I know that she had, this because of an experience she had too.
Who had?
My grandma.
Which was?
A teacher basically asked her if she was stupid.
And
so it just, I don't know.
So what's happening for you now?
Well, I had the same experience. I had the same experience with my mom. And so I know exactly what she's talking about.
So her mother was impatient with her. She was impatient with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are times where, I am just completely impatient with the kids.
Tell you, you can only be as good as she taught you to be.
And
if you don't clean this up, this is chef quality recipe for dysfunction.
Nothing just happens. There is a tree, then there is fruit. With this exercise, my intention is to illustrate exactly how this pattern of brokenness was rooted in their lives. Once it is identified, they can break free from it and begin to heal.
Know what this is right here? These are daughter dollars. And daughter dollars you get based on the investment that your mother made in you. And then your daughter dollars become your mommy money. And your mommy money is like what you get for your children. So I really want to see how much y'all have, how much booty y'all have, how much daughter dollars y'all have. So let me ask you a question. Do you remember your mother ever singing to you?
yes, we used to sing together.
Take 5 daughter dollars.
Take five of these?
those,
Okay.
yeah. That's good. Do you remember your mom ever singing to you? Yes or no? It's okay.
No, I don't.
No, okay, so you don't get no daughter dollars. What was your favorite bedtime story, or did you have one?
The Sleepy Hollow. My mother would do all of the voices and stuff.
All the voices?
Like she would do the hoo-ha.
Yeah. Did your mom do that for you? Your grandma, not your mom. Okay, well here, that's all right. There's your daughter dollars. Your mother made some investments in you.
Okay.
You don't get any. Did your mom praise you when you did good things and stuff? No, she didn't.
No.
Did your mother encourage and praise you when you did good stuff?
Yeah, like a school play, I remember. She was really supportive, very happy for me, very excited.
Thank you, God, you're getting some daughter dollars over here. I'm so excited for you.
It's becoming clear that while Monifa reaped the investment from her mother, she did not invest in Akemi. And now Akemi has very little left in the bank to invest in her own children. But with a clear intention, it is possible to interrupt that pattern.
Ooh, you got a lot of daughter dollars over there, baby. Here.
I don't know.
Okay, look and see how many daughter dollars you have. And if this represents the investment that the mother...
I have way more.
Yeah, 11.
I had 5,100 and you had 1,820.
And how does that make you feel? Because you didn't even invest in her what was invested in you.
Yeah, I know. I'm learning, I'm seeing things differently, you know?
And that's what she has to pass on.
Right.
That's what she has to pass on. That's impossible. They got to figure that out. That's impossible. And you may be trying to withdraw from a place that you haven't fully invested in.
Right.
And that might be the challenge.
Right.
Because you don't feel invested in.
Yeah.
So you're not willing to pay her the interest. Give your daughter a tissue, mother.
No, I didn't know she was crying. I didn't even expect her to be crying.
That's probably because you can't see through your own tears, which is true. She couldn't see you through her own tears. It ain't personal.
Yeah.
don't mean it don't hurt like hell when you look at your pile and look at her pile. No investment. And here's the thing that you both have in common. The reason you don't have access to the truth in your heart is because of trauma. Trauma.
Both Akemi and Monifa faced unwanted pregnancies at a very young age. And although they chose different paths, their trauma and pain is still present. And the only way to move forward is for Akemi to speak her pain so that her mother can hear it.
She has spent the rest of her life trying to get your attention. But because she's scared of you, she's scared of you. Would that be accurate?
I was to be scared of.
Would that be accurate? Have you ever told her? Have you ever told her I'm scared of you? Tell her. Never.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Mama?
Yes.
Remember I told you. You have to sit in some of this.
I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not running.
Coming up, look in her face and give it to her. Come on, say it like you mean it.
You selfish bitch. You broke my heart. And I didn't know why.
Mama?
Yes.
Remember I told you. You have to sit in some of this.
I'm not running.
Okay, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna talk to her, then I'm gonna come get you.
Okay.
Okay, come with me.
Miss Monifa is in breakdown, and that is exactly why Miss Akemi never shared her truth. So I'm separating them for the moment to help coach Miss Monifa and how to handle herself so that Akemi can feel safe sharing her feelings.
The last thing she wants to do is make you feel bad.
Okay.
You gotta be present for her.
I will.
And you can't be present for her if you're in breakdown.
Right, I'm not. I was just releasing.
And I understand.
Okay. I'm good now.
But you're gonna have to wait.
I will.
And then we'll cry later.
Okay.
Her biggest fear is that she's gonna hurt you. Because
Okay.
you're dealing with a 5-year-old.
Got it. I understand.
She's stuck.
I know.
Probably right about where you got stuck. So it's 2 5-year-olds trying to take care of each other.
Yeah.
My theory is secure the children first.
That's right.
So let me secure her. Sit right there, Mama. You okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm good. Yeah.
Truth remains true, even when we don't speak it. For Miss Akemi, acknowledging her experience with her mother in an open and honest way is an important step in her healing process. This next exercise is designed to do just that.
What did that teach you in there? Did you learn anything?
It just felt good being honest, honestly, with her.
Would that be true? A little bit?
Yeah. No,
Why just a little bit?
It is true.
Yeah. Because you're so busy being compassionate for your mother that you continually abandon and dishonor yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe your mouth wouldn't open, but I bet you this was going on in your brain.
Yeah.
Would that be accurate?
Definitely.
So you gotta honor that. So I have other things here for you. And I'm just wondering, if you were to put them together as a story, what would they say? Okay, so I want you to get down here and start making me some sentences.
Miss Akemi has spent years rehearsing a story in her mind, but with this exercise, I'm inviting her to tell her story so that she can finally stand in her truth.
Okay, now come here. Say it.
How could you?
Say it.
How could you?
Say it.
How could you?
How could you what? Say it.
Leave me?
Yeah, and?
Treat me?
Yeah.
Treat me like that?
Yeah, and?
How could you let me feel Like you didn't want me, like you didn't love me.
Read that one. Right here.
You selfish bitch.
Say it again.
You selfish bitch. How could you?
Come on, say it like you mean it.
You selfish bitch. How could you leave me?
Yeah. I want you to speak it from here and from here, not from here. Because this is very well rehearsed. Mm-hmm. Save yourself right now so that you can have this for your babies. Drugs were more important to you than me.
Drugs were more important to you than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's hard for me to understand, like, what was the block? Like, why couldn't, I mean,
Trauma.
I guess she was, yeah.
Trauma.
Depressed.
But what I want you to get is the same trauma that kept her from you. It's the same trauma that's keeping you from your children. Yeah. You're there, but are you present?
Not completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama Bear!
Yes.
Come here. You're getting ready to grow up, all right? But here's the difference. You don't have to do it by yourself this time. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You don't have to do it by yourself this time. And read it to your mother so that she gets clear. Give it to her.
Please.
Get in your belly, get in your body. Give it to her.
Please.
Like so many women, Akemi is following in the pattern she has seen in her mother, a pattern of neglect and brokenness that she will inevitably pass down to her own children.
And read it to your mother so that she gets clear.
That pattern can only be broken by truth, hard, painful truths that need to be spoken.
Come on down here, start here. Give her that one. Look in her face and give it to her.
You were a selfish bitch. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, at the time.
And today too, tell the truth.
Today, a little bit. You know, it's just hard for me to make sense of things sometimes. Yeah, you left me feeling lonely. How could you?
Yeah, breathe. Come on. Doing good, doing good. Say it again.
How could you?
Yeah.
How could you just leave me feeling lonely? Even when you were around, you know? I just didn't feel like you wanted to connect with me, you know? And I didn't know why.
Doing good.
I don't know, I just felt like a pest. You broke my heart.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
When you would lose your patience, it was just really scary because I didn't know you. I didn't really know you.
Good. Come on. That's how you do it. Yeah.
You never really seemed to, in an authentic way, initiate building a connection, you know, to nurture.
Yeah.
So I just felt like I didn't have anyone, you know, and I felt lonely and abandoned.
Yeah. The thing that I see is you're doing to yourself what she did to you.
Yeah.
You're doing it to yourself.
I don't want that for her.
Well, she has to do something about it.
I know.
I'm like extremely sensitive to criticism, especially from you. I get so angry because it's like, well, you didn't do anything. So like, I feel like she didn't
Tell her.
invest.
I feel like
you didn't invest in me
Right.
to help make me the woman that you kind of expect me to be, in a sense, or.
See, that's a withdrawal that you can't make from this bank.
Right.
You don't have that interest. She didn't invest.
And
she
I
can't
get
make that withdrawal.
And I get that. I understand that now. You know, that's clear. I wasn't ready for you.
No. That makes it personal.
I wasn't ready for a child. Mm-hmm. And had you, and I had nothing to give you.
It ain't personal. What did you hear her say? What did you hear her say? Yeah, what did you hear her say?
And it's not you, baby.
Yes.
I didn't want a baby.
Right, it's not that she didn't want you.
I didn't know
She didn't
you.
want a baby. But living inside of her, you didn't know that's what she was saying. And it felt like she didn't want me. It felt like she didn't want me.
It was like I put everything that was wrong with me on you, and I still didn't have it to give you. And then I messed it up.
No, you did the best you could.
This has been an important first step forward in establishing a new foundation between these women, not just as mother-daughter, but more as two adult women learning to be in relationship with each other. But there's still a lot more work to do tomorrow. Coming up,
I forgive myself
I forgive myself
for the unresolved trauma
for the unresolved trauma
that caused me to be
that caused me to be
a neglectful mother. Mama Bear, you over here.
okay.
Baby Bear, you over here. Did you tell her what we was doing?
No.
Okay.
And I didn't.
it's day 2 in the healing process, and I've invited Monifa and her daughter Akemi to sit down together and have a clearing conversation, one where Akemi can use her voice to define what kind of relationship she wants to have with her mother.
One of the things that I've been speaking with Miss Akemi about is giving her adult being dominion.
Yeah.
Because the child being or the little girl being has been trying to have a relationship with you.
Right.
And that hasn't been too easy, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why? Tell her why.
Because I'm not a little girl anymore. And I know we both know we kind of missed that opportunity. We just got to rebuild, have a new foundation.
Yeah. And the way to do that, I thought for her, was that she must be emancipated from her childhood relationship with you. So she has an emancipation proclamation that she would love to share with you.
Okay, it says, this proclamation is issued by Kemi Anderson, containing, among other things, my status as an adult woman. To wit, that on this day, all pieces...
From the belly. Speak up from the belly.
All pieces of my mind, heart, and spirit held in slavery to the unrealistic and overbearing expectations and limitations of this imagined mother-daughter relationship shall be thenceforward and forever free, and the parties present will recognize and maintain this freedom, and will do no acts to repress such liberty, and so that I may reclaim my voice, identity, and authority in all areas of life pertaining to me.
Tell her what you hear her saying. What I hear you saying is...
What I hear you saying is that I have to see you and let go of the missed opportunity at being your mother as a young child, and respect your boundaries and who you are right now in this moment as an adult.
Have you ever acknowledged to her that she was emotionally abused by you?
No, because I never acknowledged it until right now. I didn't see it that way.
Well, what do you say? I am now aware.
I am now aware
that
I emotionally abused you.
I was emotionally abusive.
I was emotionally abusive.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It helps.
She's reclaiming herself.
Yeah. So this is what I want you to own. I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
For the thoughts.
For the thoughts.
Feelings. Behaviors. Unresolved trauma. That caused me to be. A neglectful mother. Yeah. Take a breath. I don't see, sense, feel that either one of you had a safety net. Both of you were just kind of free falling through this thing called becoming a woman. And here is the big payoff. You need to understand these things in a very intricate way. Because you have, 2 boys and a girl? Mm-hmm. You need to understand who you are and who they are.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, tell me what you know now that you didn't know when you got here yesterday.
It's okay to be angry. You have to go through that in order to get to the other side.
And do you know your mother's not perfect?
Yes.
Let me hear you say that.
I know that you're not perfect.
Nor do you need to be.
I know that you're not perfect.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. And you don't need to be perfect.
And do you know that the way she treated you as a child wasn't personal?
Yeah, yeah.
Or what are you aware
I didn't
of?
realize, well, I'm aware now that that truth about not wanting a baby, that I never acknowledged that.
Because
Even
we're
though I
not
knew that
taught,
was a tr-
we're
yeah,
not taught it's okay to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't personal. Yeah.
Anything else you need to say? Anything else?
I just want to say that I'm committed and I'm here and at your pace.
Thank you. Yeah. That's kind of what I needed to hear, at my pace, you know? Mm-hmm. At my pace.
Okay. So, hold her hand. Be blessed, my beloveds.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you.
You're gonna hit some hard times, but you got tools.
Yeah.
And it's all good. And you don't have to get it right. God will give you an endless supply of do-overs.
Okay.
Give me a hug, Mama Bear.
Thank you. Thank you.
When it comes to a breakdown in a relationship, if you've got people who are willing to do the work and committed to heal, and they're able to let go of what they think the relationship is supposed to be, what just might happen is the relationship can be exactly what it is.